the White Hart Lounge episode 3. Hope everybody's keeping well. I've had a very good week. Well, no games this week, but we can discuss the game we saw against Fulham last weekend. Dire performance, to be honest. I don't know why Ange made so many changes, no creativity in the midfield. It was dull, it was boring. I didn't think Fulham were the best, but I think overall they performed better than our team. They're at home, they have patterns of play, they have a system. They're some good players, doing better than us this season, and we offered very little. Yes, we improved a bit in the second half, but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, and we saw it all fall apart. Romero went off, left Ben Davies grey at the back, and Fulham got those 2 late goals. So yeah, another poor performance from Spurs, and it really annoyed me, to be honest, because I thought we had a massive chance to start building up some consistency in the team after that win against AZ, but one step forward, 2 steps back, and it was just another disappointing day. 15th defeat of the season, going into the international break with it's just not good. It's not good, guys. It's really not. A lot of talk after the game was, well, should he have rested all those players? Focus on the Europa League, keep them fresh for that. At the end of the day, Europa League's a long time away from that game. It was an international break. Some of these players are not even playing international football. I just don't have this. The only way of building any kind of performance is by playing a stronger side. But we just didn't do it, did we? We just lost. Players looked unmotivated, unbothered. This is what we are under Ange, I'm afraid. And hopefully he'll be sacked at the end of the season. We've just not improved this season at all. There's no green shoots for me. People say that the young players, Ange has improved those and brought them on. I don't have that either. I just think the young players have just seized the opportunity due to injuries in the side. And I don't think Ange has done anything. Then people point to Jed Spence. Ange has improved him. Kulusevski. No, he hasn't improved them. Kulusevski's just playing in his position which he should be playing in. And Jed Spence is just trying to make a point because he didn't play him. So yeah, look guys, it's just a miserable season. As I said, no improvement. 14th in the league, 15 defeats out of the domestic cups. Everybody hopes are now in the Europa League, where I get hoping and dreaming. Of course, you've always got a chance, if you're in it, to win it. But let me tell you this, we're not a good footballing side under Ange, and we haven't performed well all season via maybe 4 or 5 games where we've got some good results, but we never play well over 90 minutes. We're so naive at the back. Anybody can beat us on our day. We offer very little. In games, yes, we've scored a lot of goals, and people like to cling on to the fact of that we do score goals, but it's meaningless when you're 14th in the league and you can't defend to save your life. This season, just so disappointing. We head in to that game after the international break against Chelsea, knowing that Chelsea are a better side, better coach side than us. Is Ange going to play a full strength team? Who knows? Don't know. Is he given up on the league? Fans will say rest players for the Europa League, which would be the week after, but you can't just turn up in the Europa League and play well. You just can't do it, honestly. No way. You might get lucky and get through a tie, but there's some good teams in that Europa League, serious teams, good managers, some good players. They'll turn us over. Trust me, watch. We've seen it all season. Ipswich have done it, Leicester have done it, Palace have done it. So many teams have done it. And look, I do not believe that we will progress in that Europa League. And once we're out of that, the season's over. When you look at the fixtures ahead in that Premier League, via maybe Southampton, which is a winnable game, I don't think there's going to be many 3 points out of them fixtures, unless there's a sudden change, uplift in performances, where I just can't see that happening right now. There's fans I read today, there's one particular fan's talking about revolution at Spurs. You know, the club are building something and we have to go through this painful period. Pointing towards the youngsters, the pool of talent that Spurs have got. There's no evidence to suggest that we're building anything. I do think we have some good players, and I do think we have some talented youngsters, and you do need a coach to pull that all together. But a revolution, again, that's dreams and hopes. Dreams and hopes based on nothing. Give us your thoughts, guys. Give us your thoughts. Do you think there's a revolution at Spurs? I don't think there is. We're just on the decline. We got owners who don't care about winning. They don't care about investing properly in the squad, in the team. Don't think they even bothered about top 4 anymore, or even qualifying for Europe, because if they were, they would have sacked Ange months ago. I'm not having that. I've got to be honest, I'm not having that at all. What other news this week? Oh yeah, Pochettino. You know, he keeps talking about wanting to come back to Spurs one day. Then there was the picture of him seen with Levy. No one can guarantee when that picture took place. But the fans, you know, and I get it. Yeah, fans miss Pochettino, they want him back. You know, they got some good memories. We were a cracking team under Poch. Didn't go over the line, but we were a good side, competitive. You know, we had some really good games. Played in the Champions League, competing. Really, really good, and I get that. But it is, as I said in my video a couple of days ago, that it is a sad state of affairs when fans are looking back to the past. Will Poch come back? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. So the rumour mill around the managers heated up a bit earlier in the week. It's kind of gone a bit quieter as the week's gone on. The likes of Thomas Frank, Silva, Areola, all, you know, decent managers. Could they do better at Spurs and Ange? Of course they can. But they will all face similar problems when you're a manager under Levy. You know, you're never really backed. We need top players in this team. We need winners. We need players who have got a voice, some experience to come into this side. You know, that's what we need. You know, it's obvious. Bring in a decent coach, sign some top players and really go for it next season. For me, I would much rather go for a top coach. You know, someone like an Inzaghi. But I do not think Levy has the ambition to go for a top manager. He will end up going for somebody like Areola, Thomas Frank. And that's really kind of our ceiling under Levy. Challenging for Europe, trying to win a cup. Protests coming up, 6th of April. I'll be getting down there. There's so many people going. I think this one's going to be bigger than the last. We really need to march, sing, protest against the board, because this club is not going anywhere under Levy. It's not. We're in a decline. Levy has just winged it for so many years. So many fans have accepted this failure of 24 years, and I'm so happy that many now are have had enough and they want to do something about it. So all eyes on the 6th of April. Other news this week, there's been very little. Redknapp talking a lot, comparing the team, current team to his team. Didn't pick any of the Spurs players, did he? Absolutely zero. And other than that, there's really not much going on, is there? Just me having a rant, as usual. Guys, give us your comments on managers. Who do you want in? Who would you like to come in the summer? We desperately need it. Ange can't survive this this season unless he wins that Europa League. There's too many losses, and I mean the bare minimum task set by Levy. I know we haven't heard it officially, but so you know, qualifying for Europe is important. It is, but we're nowhere near it, are we? So sorry, Ange. I think your time is up, and we'll look back at this time as very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Ange, he's a bit of a character, is he? You know, you hear it all the time on TalkSport. They take the mick, don't they? Oh, you know, it's who we are, mate. It's who we are. I mean, we're a joke. He's a joke, isn't he? You know, taking the mick, fans taking the mick, rival fans taking the mick. They're not taking this guy seriously one little bit. You know, and it all kind of crumbled, didn't it? After that Chelsea match, when he just waved that line, everyone at the halfway line, that was just a massive red flag there. That just showed you that Ange is just not a serious manager, and he's just not cut out for the Premier League. You know, he's had a go, it's not worked, and it is what it is. I don't know what will happen with him. I don't really care, to be honest. Many lessons need to be learned from this season. You know, I can't stand the board, I can't stand the ownership. But what can we do? You know, we love our club and we will support them through thick and thin. You know, we're all crying out for success. It's so difficult, isn't it? It's so difficult. And each year goes on, the less patience I get. Just ain't got the patience for mediocrity. The club's there, it's got everything there, the stadium, the fan base, the history. As I said, we do have some good players, some good young players. Just bloody go out and win something. Show you're serious. And leave the board, if you're not up for it, just sell and clear off. You've made enough money. Give it to an owner that actually wants to win and give us fans something to get behind. And I think that's all I've got to say today, to be honest. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back next Friday for another one. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the weekend. If you're watching the England match tonight, enjoy the England match. New era under Thomas Tuchel. Take care, guys.